So right now I'm gonna record this and see how many times it takes for me to get to somebody, and if anybody will do anything. Because previously I had called and gave him and give him my number, no one's called me back, and that's just what it's been. So we'll see. So I'm about to call right now. Ted Bud contact. Mm. So I'm gonna call this Asheville. 838-333. 838. So this is why I've been hostile. They just don't. Whenever you call these people, they don't. They say something and then don't follow through. Just to get you off the phone. And this has been my experience. So I've been documenting 833. So it's a 333-4130. 4130. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
You've reached the office of Senator Ted Budd. Our office is currently closed or all lines are busy. If you're in need of assistance with a federal agency, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and someone from our office will return your call.
Hello, my name is Brian Turner. So I previously gave my number to somebody at a different office, and I've not received a phone call back in regards to my issues. And this has kind of been the ongoing thing. I can't get anybody, and then when I do, they give me the number to somebody who never calls back. So I'm gonna try this again. My number is 984-215-1915. All right, so we're going to try to make another call. So I'm gonna Google Senator Ted Budd contact. I'm under the weather a little bit. Been dealing with allergies, I believe. Here we go. 336-941. Let's see what happens with this. 336-941. 4470, I believe. Yes. So let's see what happens. 4470.
You've reached the office of Senator Ted Budd. Our office is currently closed or all the lines are busy. If you're in need of assistance with a federal agency, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and someone from our office will return your phone call. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Turner. So I'm calling about an issue that I spoke to somebody about, and they told me to resubmit the document, the email, because Ted Budd didn't get it. I resubmitted it, and then I called the following day, and then they gave me a number to call. This number hasn't called me back, and this is essentially what I've been dealing with for the last 2.5 years. The runaround, or people that don't want to do their job despite being qualified to do it and being paid to do it with my tax dollars. So my number is 984-215-1915. Again, that's 984-215-1915. So I will go down the list to the next number. 941-4470. I think I just called that one. Here's the Washington one, 202-224. 202-224. 3154, I believe. These numbers automatically populate in my cell phone. Let's see. Yep, 3154. Yep.
You've reached the office office of United States Senator Ted Budd. Thank you for contacting our Washington, D.C. office. Please leave your name, number, and reason for your call. You can also contact us on our website at bud.senate.gov. Thank you for calling and have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Brian Turner, so I'm calling the Washington number after calling the other two numbers about misconduct involving government. I've been calling for the last 2.5 years. Finally, after telling you guys that you were being recorded, you got me to somebody who told me to resubmit. Now, I've resubmitted a while ago, last week, and when I did call back, I was given a number and that they would call me back. And again, no one has called me back, and this is generally how it goes. You guys don't answer a call back. I leave messages, and this is what we deal with. So I'm gonna give you this number again. It's 984-215-1915. Again, that's 984-215-1915. All right, so let's see what else we can do. Call the Raleigh office. It's 984-349-5061. 984 984 984 349 349 984-349-5061. 5061. Hi, my name is Brian Turner. So I had previously called and spoken about the issues that I was going through, and then I was directed by somebody named Libby to resubmit it on Ted Budd's webpage, and so I have. And so then, like, I called back the following day. They gave me a number to call, and in general, they don't ever call back. And so I'm following up to see what's going on, because the issues that I'm dealing with are it's a big deal, and it's systematic corruption.
Okay. And sir, is this happening at the federal level?
It's happening on all levels. But I do know that.
If you want to tell me, Mr. Turner, if you want to tell me a little bit about your situation, I'd be happy to point you in the right direction.
Sure, I will tell you that he has the power to intervene or call for an investigation before we begin. Also, this conversation is being recorded, and I'm going to put it on YouTube when it's done. So I'll tell you what's going on. So I'll start from the beginning, because you guys like to not do your jobs unless you're warned. So bottom line is, I bought my house in 2020. No problem, whatever. And then the neighbors began being friendly with my wife. On one particular day, they asked my wife my ethnicity, and she told them I was biracial. After this, they began using their powers, their ties with the police to harass me. On one of these encounters, the police came to my house and then assaulted me because I refused to answer questions, because he never stated a purpose for his visit. He just pulled up and started asking me questions. So then after being criminally charged, despite him not having the probable cause or reasonable suspicion to detain, let alone arrest me, and then I filed a complaint with the chief of police, who didn't do anything. And then, hiring an attorney, I basically he didn't do anything either, as far as in, like, getting the evidence. So I started reaching out to these people because I could see where it was going. The town manager threatened me with harassment charges, and then the local like county had been covering stuff up. Then after losing, despite I should never lost, because the law dictates, that police don't have the right to do what he did. And then even if he did have a reasonable suspicion, he would have needed a warrant in the first place. None of this was provided. So after losing, I filed a complaint. I filed complaints and took the appropriate steps. Started reaching out to members like, for example, Amy Gailey, who's a senator, Dennis Rydell, my representative, and all these other people. And so, uh, long story short, I lost again, and basically it was revealed that many of the people that refused to investigate and that were having the police threaten me were all friends of the police chief, including Dennis Rydell, who's a state representative. Amy Gailey also has ties. I don't know if she has ties to the police chief, but I do know she has ties to the people that have blackballed me, such as Jeffrey Smythe, who's DOJ civil rights. I think he leads that. He's from Burlington, actually. He's from Burlington, North Carolina, and he was the chief of police. Josh Stein appointed him, and so that's a conflict of interest. And so I've been like dealing with this now. Now dealing with this, on every level that I've reached out for help, I've been ignored or disregarded. I've called this office actually a whole bunch of times throughout the years. I just started recording after being fed up. So what I'm hoping is that like something could be done to investigate, because of this, my daughter has PTSD, and we have all these issues created by the government. And so any attempt to get any resolution is met with resistance. I'll give you an example. I uh I sued one of the witnesses for lying, that the police, that they got their personal friend to lie for them. I sued them, and the magistrate dismissed the case without even looking at the evidence or hearing the testimony or anything. I filed a complaint against this magistrate, and the state refused to do anything. I'm not the state, but the people in charge of handling it. Now, going through that process, people were giving me incorrect information, and so it's just been like no matter where I turn, I can't get any help. I even went to a town meeting to address what was going on, and so they acknowledged, like what had going on, and that they were aware. And then they had me trespassed from all public property in Gibsonville, which is illegal. But the problem is, it's like even though I know that it's illegal, all of this has been illegal. I can't get anybody to investigate or take action, and then it's like if I pay somebody, I'll lose my money again, because both of the attorneys that I paid, I spent over about $15,000 to $16,000 just in attorney fees on something that should on charges that should have never been issued in the first place. And I've just been, it's like any chance to get help is met with opposition. And then furthermore, the police had their friends call CPS on me and my family, um and make up stuff, and then so CPS told me, like, they didn't tell me, but we knew specifically who did it because we've never had any issues. And then actually, 2 days ago, uh, the neighbors who had lied on me were outside harassing us by blasting loud music at our direction. And then when we called the police, they pulled up a dump truck and started revving their engines, violating the restraining order, violating the trespassing order. So essentially, these people who knowingly told a lie, who also trespassed from our property, ignored that and have been still harassing us. And it's like, yeah, the police come out and talk to them, but no actual action has been taken. And so we've been the victims of harassment. We've been the victims of systematic corruption on all levels. And so I'm just looking for somebody to investigate, for some action, because again, like, this is very stressful. A situation that literally resulted from people using the power of the government to harass us. So that's,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Well, Mr. Turner, I'm looking at the messages you sent Senator Budd's office. We appreciate you reaching out, but because Senator Budd is a federal official and the issues that you're facing are happening at the state level, there's nothing that we could do further. Senator Budd and his office can't get involved in legal matters. However, I'd be happy to provide you the phone number for the Criminal Justice Standards Division for the North Carolina Department of
I already
Justice
have that. So that's
to
actually,
report the
so
corruption.
don't mean to cut you off, but I've already contacted them numerous times, and they refuse to do anything. As a matter of fact, they don't ever call back. I've been blackballed from speaking with them. When I say blackballed, I mean whenever I call, just like they don't ever return calls or they're very, and so that's one thing. Second thing is, uh, the last time I spoke with a representative from Ted Bud, he specifically said he acknowledged that Ted Bud does have the ability to not. Yes, he cannot directly get involved with stuff like this, but what he can do is call the SBI and the FBI to investigate. This was acknowledged by the person that I spoke with, and this also you could this is common knowledge if you just open a book. So that's not entirely true. So the fact of the matter is, you're giving me information that other people have given me that hasn't helped. And then you're telling me stuff that is halfway true, which I'm just wondering, like, it doesn't really seem like a good faith based. So I'm gonna try this again. So is there anything, because I've done everything that I could. Ted Budd is a representative for for North Carolina. He has the power to do something, but he can't directly get involved with police stuff, but he can get involved in government corruption. And so I know that he can. So it's like that's fine if you choose not to. It's just going to look bad for you guys, and this is what American people are tired of. We're tired of systematic corruption and then trying to go to people that have been elected to represent us, and you guys find any way not to do it. So I'm gonna stop talking and ask you. Now, after hearing what I said, does that change anything, or are you guys just gonna be like, nope, not my problem?
Well, Mr. Turner, it's not that we don't want to help you, but it's that we can't. It's a state issue, and it's a legal matter.
You have the ability. So this is really not going anywhere. So you have the ability, just not you specifically, but Ted Budd as a senator has the ability to call up the FBI, the SBI, and say, "Hey, could you investigate this stuff? I'm getting complaints." So I know it's not just me dealing with stuff because it's like I read news, I get on Facebook. Now, if Ted Budd, which I know he doesn't actually get on Facebook, he has somebody that does all that, a PR person. But if he actually got on Facebook and actually attempted to do his job like he was elected for, then he'd see the issues that I see, that people from Alamance County deal with. But this is just stuff that we as American people are tired of dealing with. It's like, well, we can't get involved. Yes, you can. You can call. And so I'm just gonna let you go because I'm clearly wasting my time. And so this is when we go to the voting booth, I'm gonna keep this in mind about how we're treated, how all these people that it literally states that you could get involved have chosen not to. So anything else you want to say before I hang up?
Mr. Turner, we certainly appreciate you calling, and I'll flag your message for a response from our staff in DC. Okay.
Yep. Thank you. Bye. So this is the issue. They can 100% get involved. So they cannot like oversee an investigation or anything like that. But they have the ability to call the FBI, the SBI. They're the representatives of of North Carolina. They all that stuff supersedes any of this stuff. Just for everyone understands. So I just want to make you aware, like, we have to come together and vote these people out, and we have to make sure that we get people in that care about the American people, because this should not be going on. And I know of other people dealing with stuff. Uh, I can just, I'm not going to say it just because it's already been, but this is what we're going through in America. This is what it's like living in North Carolina. And so other people deal with these types of issues, maybe not to this level, but other people are dealing with issues, not just in North Carolina, but in other places. So that was this is my phone call with Ted Budd's office, and you notice how things change. So they try to give me incorrect information, and they double down on it. So, anyways,